Hi all, this is a medium difficulty GMAT data sufficiency question. It's a statistics question. This data insights question tests median as one of the concepts, and it also tests whether you've got a good understanding about certain progression. At the end of solving this question, we'll have consolidated our learning about that progression and median of a set of numbers. I've followed this question with a bonus question toward the end. In that question, I've essentially changed the statements, leaving the question stem intact. Solve the bonus question and post your answers to the comment section of this video. If you've already subscribed to our channel, thank you so much. If you've not subscribed to the channel, consider subscribing to this channel and turning on notification. On that note, let's get started with the question. Is B the median of three numbers A, B, and C? We'll circle back to the question in a couple of slides down the line and understand what a median is, how the answer to the question should be. Two statements given. Let's take a look at the statements once you're done that exercise. These are the 5 answer options. These do not change as far as GMAT DS goes. So essentially, you get good confidence about how these, what is A, what is B, what is C kind of stuff. Right? What is the question? Let's circle back to it. Is B the median of three numbers A, B, and C? What do we mean by median? If you write numbers in an ascending order, whichever number is the median is going to be the middle number. We have three numbers with us. Let's take an example. I have 4, 83, 94, right? Which is the middle number? 83, and that happens to be the median. Even if it is not given in ascending order, for example, if it had been given numbers 14, 7, 98, write them in ascending order 7, 14, 98. So this becomes the median. So if you have three numbers, write them in ascending order. The middle number is the median. This question is asking, when we write A, B, C in ascending order, is B going to be the middle number, right? If it is A, B, C or C, B, A, whichever is the ascending order, B would end up being the median. Conversely, if it ended up being something like this, B, C, A, or for example, B, A, C, in any of these cases, B is not the median if this is the ascending order of those three numbers. So if this happened to be the scenario, we'll answer the question with an S. If this is what it ends up being, we'll answer the question with a no. So the is question, B verb question, answer should be an S or answer should be a no. What scenarios will turn out to be an S? ABC or CBA. There are other scenarios, 4 other scenarios, 3 distinct numbers or 3 distinct alphabet letters can be rearranged in 3 factorial or 6 ways. 2 of that will translate into B being the median. The other 2 will translate to C being the median, and 2 more will translate to A being the median. In 4 instances, answer will be a no. In 2 instances, answer will be a yes. When is the data sufficient? Data is sufficient when we have a definite yes or a definite no. That's what we are looking for, right? On that note, understanding what median is, when the answer is yes, when the answer is no. If you want, I can write the other 2 scenarios also, right? It is essentially ACB, CAB, right? These are the 4 scenarios, when it is a no and when the data is sufficient. Let's take a look at the statement. What does statement 1 tell us? We're going to look at statement 1 alone. Interesting statement. B upon A is equal to C upon B. Let's make sense out of it. A little bit of concept is needed here. Cross multiply, we'll essentially get B square equals AC. We have 3 numbers A, B, C, and they satisfy this condition that B square is equal to AC. This essentially translates to, you're probably used to looking at it as a reciprocal of this. A upon B is equal to B upon C. Or this way, this would translate to the fact that A, B, C in that order or in a geometric progression. Right? It could be an ascending geometric progression, descending geometric progression which moves, oscillates. All of those possibilities are there. Let's see with this whether we are able to deduce whether B is the median. ABC is in a geometric progression because B square equals AC, with B being the geometric mean. That much is very evident. Now let's see what to make sense out of this. Right? We'll write one geometric progression and see how it works out. 2, 4, 8. This is A, this is B, this is C. Are these numbers already in ascending order? Yes. What is the common ratio? Because it's a geometric progression, let's also quickly look at the geometric ratio. It's a positive integer, taken 2 as the common ratio for this. The median is B. So median is B. Let's just note it down. Something tells me B need not always be the median. If we just tweak the common ratio a little bit, let's just go and see what happens if the common ratio is a -2. I'm essentially looking for a counter example. Let's start with the 2. The common ratio is equal to a -2 for us. This will make B to be a -4 and C to be an 8. Now, is this in a geometric progression? Certainly yes. AR square, right? So essentially, if this is A, this is going to be AR and this is going to be AR square, where common ratio is -2 in our case. What is the median for 2, -4 and 8? Let's write these numbers in ascending order. -4 is the smallest number, 2 is the next one, and 8 is the largest one. So we know what is, this is A, this is B, this is C. When you written it, A is essentially your median. This is B is minus 4, A, and then C. Your median in this scenario is A, and it is not B. So if these three numbers are in a geometric progression, should B be the median? The initial temptation is B is a geometric mean, so it is likely to be the median. Don't fall into that trap. B is a geometric median, no doubt, geometric mean, no doubt at all. But B need not be the median. It will be the median provided the common ratio is 2. It will also be the median if common ratio is half. For example, if I take R to be equal to half, what will be the numbers? It's going to be 2, 1, half. The ascending order is half, 1, 2. So B will continue to be the median. So as long as R is greater than 0, B is your median. If R is a negative number, it could be a minus 2, minus 0.5, minus 0.3, any of those things. It is essentially going to be positive, negative, positive, or negative, positive, negative. In either case, B is definitely not going to be the median. It's either the lowest number or it's going to be the highest number. This is what it's going to pan out to, right? So B is the median only when R is greater than 0. So statement 1 does not tell us whether the common ratio is positive or negative. All it tells us is that these three numbers are in a geometric progression. So statement 1 alone is not sufficient. Let's rule out answer options A and D. Take a look at statement 2 alone, see whether that helps. It says AB is less than 0. I don't even have to waste any time. We have no idea about what C is. So essentially, statement 2 alone is not sufficient. But let's make sense out of this as we are progressing, and we'll eliminate answer option B, right? AB, the product is negative. The product of AB is negative. That's possible only when one of these numbers is positive and the other is negative. That's essentially what we have. So A and B belong to opposite signs is the evident information we can take from statement 2. Without knowing anything about C, we can't make sense out of it. If you want, I'll go one step and show you with an example how it doesn't make sense. One is positive, one is negative. I'm taking A, B, C. Take A to be a 5, B to be a minus 2, and C to be a 10. So what happens to be the median? Minus 2, 5, and 10. So in this case, the median is A. Is B the median? The answer is no. We'll look for a scenario where B could be the median. So in this, I'm just going with this scenario where A is positive and B is negative. This part I'm taking one more example. I'll go with a minus 5. I'll go with a minus 2 and a minus 10. This is what ABC is all about. What is the ascending order of the numbers? Ascending order of the numbers is minus 10, minus 2, 5. In this case, B happens to be the median. So without knowing what C is, we'll not be able to deduce whether B is the median or not. So statement 2 alone, as we said initially, without delving into any of these things, we knew that 2 was not sufficient. We made more sense out of statement 2, saying that one of them is positive, one of them is negative. For those of you who are still not convinced, I've essentially given you a counter example where A and B are of opposite signs. One case A is the median, in another case B is the median. One answer is no, one answer is yes. So no definite answer. 2 alone is not sufficient. Rule out answer option B. Combine the two. Let's see whether we can get some sense out of it. A, B, C are in GP in this order. So let's take this is A, this is AR, this is AR square. We have no clue about whether the common ratio is positive or negative. If R is greater than 0, I'll write it here. If R is greater than 0, B is the median. If R is less than 0, I can say convincingly that B is not the median. It's either A or C. It's not even unsure is not the answer. B is not the median is something that I can say. Now let's see whether I can make sense out of it. If AB is negative, right, essentially we have A, B, C, A, AR. One of the numbers is positive, one of the numbers is negative. It could be negative positive or positive negative, which means that I multiplied A with another number to make it negative. This AR is negative only when R is negative. Statement 2 clearly points out that R is negative. If R is negative, then essentially B cannot be the median. It's either A or C. So combining the two statements, from statement 1, we knew that A, B, C are three numbers in geometric progression. From statement 2, because we know they are of opposite signs, the common ratio is negative. The common ratio is negative, then B cannot be the median. The statements together are sufficient to answer the question. Choice C is the correct answer to this question. So it involved a little bit of decoding what the information was available in the two statements. You need to do a similar exercise with a bonus question as well. Here is a bonus question. Is B the median of three numbers A, B, and C? As I had mentioned, I have not changed the question stem. Statement A plus C is equal to B. First statement is this, right? Figure out whether this rings a bell based on what we did as statement 1 in the original question. And here, ABC is greater than 0. There we had AB is negative. Here the product of these three numbers is positive. Look at when all it can be. See whether the two statements together or individually or like how it makes sense, and post your answers to the comment section of this video. Few things. The GMAT Focus edition is going to go live from the 7th of November. So you'll be able to take this examination. If you've already started preparing for this, ramp it up with your mock examinations. Even if you take the GMAT examination, the focus edition examination, by the second week of December, you'll be able to catch round 2 deadlines for most business schools. So it's still a good time to ramp up your preparation and not think that you'll not be able to catch admission cycle for 2024. Give your best shot. If you want any assistance with your GMAT preparation, either through a live online class or through recorded programs, reach out to us on our number 9500048484. Best wishes for your GMAT preparation.